Good evening, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Tonight we're going to join in light and look at the desire to feel disempowered or to relish the idea of disempowerment. We'll begin with the infinite light. Just ask for help. Jesus, will you help show us what's most helpful? What's most helpful for healing the mind? It's like enjoying the play of victimizer. That little dance.
What I'm hearing is that I've got the whole concept of power all mixed up, all upside down.
Yeah.
What I think is powerful is not what this is about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see a wanting of power.
I just keep hearing that song. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. It's a good one.
Yeah, it's like,
I feel like that starts to kind of redistribute the power.
Yeah, do we hear that there's relief?
Do we what?
Here it's release. I'm getting an echo now. You all aren't hearing an echo.
Oh, great.
Oh,
Great.
Maybe it's my Bluetooth speaker. Hold on, let me.
Okay.
I'll try not to talk when it's on there.
Okay. There's like anticipation. I'm going to be put in a situation where yeah, it's like wanting to be put in a situation so that I can prove that I'm uh, that I'm right about this disempowerment. To be in a situation where I feel disempowered.
Yeah, it's like looking for evidence, is what I'm hearing.
I was led to watch, ironically, a holiday movie, but in the cover of the poster, it had a snow globe, and the characters were in a snow globe. It was called Trapped in Paradise. It had Nicolas Cage in it. Anyway, great movie. But in the movie, they decide to rob this bank, and it's almost like the way it happens, it's almost like they have to do it, you know? So it really reminds me of what you're talking about. But what ends up happening is it all kind of flips on them, where the town is super nice to them, and they kind of have like a massive forgiveness opportunity where everything turns around. Great. It was a great movie.
Yeah, you might post that in the messenger group and let us know, because we're always looking for movies. Yeah. There'll be a movie this Saturday night.
Oh yeah, I think it's Palm Springs. I told Kay about that one, and so she must have checked it out.
Yeah, she did. They watched it. She and Lena watched it on Tuesday, I think.
That's a quantum forgiveness movie for sure.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm sure we'll get lots of input from Jesus on Saturday night.
Nice, nice. I do feel a little bit of release starting to happen. I think it would be maybe good to just go back to the relishing of the desire to feel disempowered.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I saw that's really funny? Like I saw that what Jesus wants to do is he wants to flip that power switch of the ego completely off. And we think that that would be like the worst thing ever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like pretending there's an off switch.
Yeah, it reminds me of one time when I was reading Be As You Are, Ramana Maharshi, someone said, well, well, what about the world? And he said, seek the self, or in other words, seek God, and then find out if there is a world.
Start with light, always. Yeah.
Exactly. That's the same thing. That's exactly what he was saying, because he was saying that the self, capital S, is synonymous with God, is synonymous with the light. So it's the same thing. Like they're all pointing to the same truth.
Mm-hmm. Jesus, show us how to relish fully this desire to experience disempowerment, like relishing it. what keeps coming up is somehow the license to do whatever I want. If I'm disempowered, then, I'm going to scramble around to find a way to find power in a way that doesn't work.
Yeah, I was reading lesson 80 today from the course. Let me recognize my problems have been solved. That feels the core of that truth is like the complete absence of of disempowerment. But it's like the ego wants to make it more complicated. Yeah.
And he's talking about my whole personal identity is tied up in wanting to be powerful, but always feeling disempowered. Or whatever power I think I experience is fleeting.
What just came to me right now is sometimes it helps to blow it up. Like maybe imagine yourself 7,000 feet tall, knocking over cities and fire breathing on people. It's like it's like, what kind of power are we satisfied with? So maybe looking at the biggest, most extreme version of power could help us see, okay, well, if that much power isn't satisfying, then why would any less power be satisfying?
Yeah, or to just like see the lowest, like of the low, the most disempowered I could possibly be, to where I was completely
Helpless.
yeah, just and what that like feels like it's pointing to is the choice that there's that it's not wanting to take responsibility for my mind and the choice for the experience, and to see that it's a desired experience.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like tracing it back to the source.
Right. This might be not very ACIM-ish, but what I heard was it can be helpful to notice that we all have a cross to bear, so to speak, and that nobody is left out of that experience.
Yeah, there's like a wanting to join through disempowerment. That's powerful. That's power. That's somehow going to offer love or comfort or peace, like through that.
It's because there's a control element to it. Like anything that there's a control element, it could be seeing ourselves as worms and pitiful. There's still a control element to that.
Yeah, like a kind of like a relishing of putting myself down.
Yeah, a relishing of the whole spectrum of power, which we kind of navigate or go back and forth all the time. Sometimes feeling powerful and sometimes feeling totally disempowered.
We could just ask Jesus, Jesus, do we have a desire to relish in pitifulness?
Yeah,
Do we get some kind of power out of that?
that play of victimizer, victimizing myself and really loving that. And stretching out the timeline. Stretch it out. I like that. It's like I need more time. It's a desire for more time.
Yeah. I noticed for me, I do this thing. It's like posturing. It like I would be like, okay, I need to be humble. So then I try to do play acting of humility. And Jesus is always like, whenever I remember to ask him, I say, okay, Jesus, how am I to interpret this? He'll say, that's not it. That's not.
Ah. Are we holding or releasing? Holding a concept of what power is.
Yeah, I just heard that the relishing is really just like how we're allowed to demand that Jesus show us, and that's kind of what relishing is just kind of being in the feeling of like that pining for getting in touch with that desire. And yeah, so we should just go back to that. It's just
Thank you. And do you hear release, or what are you all hearing right now for release?
I'm hearing a little of both, but mainly hold, still kind of holding, maybe somewhere in the middle.
yeah.
I'm also hearing that there's a lot of suffering in this desire for powerlessness. It's like a choice for suffering.
Yeah, it's kind of like the lake of fire, like some kind of endless torture cycle.
Yes, definitely self-imposed. Self-imposed. I just
really clear. Oh,
stay
sorry.
with it. Yeah, just stay with it. Like searching the mind, letting him show if there's anything still below my level of awareness, to keep it.
Yeah, once again, it's like that picture with the little girl who has a bear, and then Jesus has a larger one behind his back, and the little girl doesn't want to give it up. It's like we don't see what could be gained, or the ego doesn't see what could be gained by letting it go.
are we willing to see that this disempowerment is a way that it's like heaven is being sought through it.
Yeah, I'm seeing the pattern is we always seek heaven through the form. And whenever we're doing that, then there's a disempowered element to it. Because it's like the form, we let the form be our master and not God. Feels like it's time to ask if we're ready for a miracle or if there's more to see.
Yeah. It feels like there's release though here. And I was just hearing like the power of the light, the power to go back to the light and just be with that and see the contrast. And being like a kind of like, no matter what, I'm going to see. I'm going to see this through all the way.
Yeah, it's show me what I truly want above all else. What I really want is for everything in the form to guide me towards peace of mind and towards the healing of my mind. How would I use the way my mind interprets form to heal the mind?
Yeah, to look for the miracle, to see God in everything.
Look for the desires that I'm relishing below my level of awareness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that admission of like first thinking, oh, there's no way, I don't have that, or I don't feel that, or
Yeah, it's helpful to see if there's even the slightest bit of that energy, and there's definitely something there.
yes.
What was that last part, Elliot?
So even if there's the slightest bit of that energy of I don't have anything there, then there's definitely
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed a pattern where it's like, oh, I got this kind of, or there's, it's like, oh, I'm good, it's all good. And then of course there's more to see. So catching that though is so helpful.
Exactly. Yeah. got a chuckle out of Elliot from that one. That's it's yeah.
Yeah.
It's that I want to have my cake and eat it too. And along with that comes the desire to pretend that there's nothing to look at.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the desire to pretend that there's nothing to look at could be permanently gone, probably start to get a lot easier, a lot gentler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why more recently Jesus showed me that just saying, okay, Jesus, how would I interpret this person? How do I interpret this feeling? How do I interpret this thought? And being really vigilant, like, really helps a lot.
Yeah, those are good questions.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's always how we think about it, seek not to change the world, but to change my mind about it. Like, how am I interpreting disempowerment,
Yeah. That it's good. It's a good deal. Somehow it's heaven.
Oh, it's there's a belief that I'm getting something out of it. Yeah.
The flip is that it's heaven somehow. And then we can ask, like, if there's anything else we need to see, like anything else that's below our level of awareness about it.
I feel major release now.
Yeah. I just heard any like struggle, just to see that. Kind of a wrestling or struggling.
Yeah, just to watch.
Put that in the light.
Mm-hmm.
Here. Give that to the light. Give that to Jesus.
Yeah, it's kind of loosening up. It's getting more humorous, more laughable. Just slightly.
Slightly. Yeah, I noticed there's tension still, for sure. But admitting to that tension helps.
Yeah.
Okay, Jesus, there's tension. How do I interpret this?
Yeah.
Interpret this for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Or how would you have me interpret this? Yeah. Yeah, I'm reminded of that course passage again where it says, like, lilies shine into the mind. And I was just being told that what we really want is to maximize that shining, like that in every moment we would be remembering to say, to ask for his interpretation, not ours.
Yeah. When we don't ask, we're disempowering ourselves.
Yeah. And it's so reverse. We just have to remember it's the reverse of what it seems like it should be. Yeah, that is a great pointer. It's always the reverse of what it seems like it should be. Should we do a light check?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can we ask Jesus a question directly?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want to ask him, my mind is not ready to just deny everything that appears. It doesn't seem to yet be at that place. So I just want to ask him, like, if there's another way to see that.
Mm. Yeah, it's like just staying glued to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like just stay glued.
Just crucified to the now. Yeah. Just, yeah. That's a symbol. I remember Eckhart Tolle, he was saying that it's like a symbol of of the being crucified to the now, you know.
Yeah, and like we get to the point where it's like no matter what, I'm gonna see.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like years ago I was saying that. I said, whatever it takes.
Yeah, whatever it
Yeah.
takes. Yeah.
Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. That was what David said. That's the attitude to have towards the ego and the things that it throws at us. Because we already are Neo. We already are Neo, like able to stop those bullets in midair. You know, all those ego beliefs.
Mhm. Yeah.
In the light, they just stop and just fall to the ground. They did. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we sure like all the drama and the upset.
Right. And to be honest about that is good. The honesty of God is required. So, yeah.
Do we hear there's any more relishing at the moment?
Yeah.
Do we hear what again?
More relishing.
I still didn't get it.
More relishing.
Oh, more relishing. Okay, good. There's a little bit of noise going on in the background here. Maybe desire not to hear. I don't know.
My refrigerator just turned on, so welcome to the club. Yeah. It was a noise, and I was like, "Oh no, that's gonna interrupt the joining. What are we gonna do?"
It feels pretty light though.
It does. Yeah, more than the entire day, I would say. Because now there's looking directly.
Yeah,
we're not beating around the bush.
Yeah, it goes from a seeming intractability almost to an irrelevancy. Yeah, it almost becomes irrelevant. It's like, I don't think about that anymore. It doesn't run me over.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's like we're like, Jesus, why are you trying to throw me under the bus? And then next it's like, oh wait, there is no bus. Oh. And of course it's the ego that's saying that. It's like yeah.
I desired, yes, to feel thrown under the bus. Um,
Well, maybe a light test would be good. Like, does the light feel disempowered? I feel something there though. There's still something like a contracted energy kind of feels like.
we can come back to the contrast.
Yeah, yeah. Mm. It's so funny, what I hear is I heard the ego say something like, but you'll take my playfulness away from me. And then I heard Jesus say, is that really true? Look at some of the messengers for God. Did they look playful? Does it look like there's a lightness and a joy that surrounds them? And I was going, oh, okay, yeah. Ego argument, shot down.
Yeah. It's I don't think it ever looks the way that I expect or think.
Right.
Yeah. It's all
Ego likes predictability, and God wants to usher in a brand new.
oh yeah. Yeah.
Fresh,
Yeah.
happy dream.
Alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm trying to show you guys the forgiven world here.
I hear that we're complete for now.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably more, but
yeah, there is. I'm hearing there's more.
It's funny how in the acceptance of the more, it even that starts to dissipate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It still is that like staying with him and just
Right.
going until and being guided, like to let him say, okay, I'm putting him in charge of the miracle and saying,
Right. Yeah, I can't help but think of infomercials, but wait, there's more. If you call in the next minutes, we'll even include this special guidance by Jesus.
Special golem.
Special golem. Well, wait, Jesus didn't create that.
It's been beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Are we about 40 minutes in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
Did you
Yeah,
want to share any announcements?
It feels complete for now. I just was, let's see, tomorrow's, we'll have a joining in white group as well.
Yeah, Elliot will be hosting, facilitating that.
Okay.
Who, me? No.
Yeah.
You, Uncle Sam is calling you. And then Saturday night, we'll be posting notices and invitations for the movie Saturday night at 7.
Yes.
Yay.
Palm Springs. All right.
Okay, adios, gracias.
All right. Love and blessings, everybody.
Thank you.